Hello, everybody, and welcome into Sports Talk Chicago, right here with Jon Zaghloul. We are from our beautiful studios here in Chicagoland. John Meadows is directing and producing. You can follow us everywhere at Sports Talk Chicago. Follow me at John Z Sports, Twitter, Instagram, and also on Facebook at Jon Zaghloul. We're live on Twitch, Facebook, and YouTube. Subscribe to the channel and check us out today. And we have a huge guest joining us tonight, exclusive. He's a World Series champion, former White Sox manager, and an analyst on NBC Sports Chicago. Please welcome in Ozzie Guillen to the program. Ozzie, it is great to see you. Great to have you on. How you doing tonight?
Very well. Good. Everything's going well. Still a little cold, but it's all good.
It's great to see you. I wanted to start off talking about this current White Sox team. What do you make of their transition from last year to this year, and how they're looking to you?
Well, I don't think they're going to be worse than they did last year. That last year was so many up. A lot of people was very enthusiastic. I think everything started with the front office people. I think they built a pretty good ball club with a good manager. Obviously, everything went south very, very quick. We cannot blame anybody for real because a lot of people blame Tony when Tony won 93 games the year before. I think injuries was a big part of the ball club, and hopefully this year is a better ball club.
So you mentioned Tony La Russa, not too much to blame. How do you explain that big win drop? Because the Sox last year were supposed to be very good. Some even predicted them to be in the World Series. What went wrong?
Well, I don't think people from baseball predict them to be in the World Series. I think the front office did. At the front office, we did, White Sox fans, White Sox broadcasting, White Sox people get involved, predicting they were going to be there. But meanwhile, I know for a fact it's not easy thing to do. I think they got fight a great ball club in the past. I wasn't the one saying they will win the division. There's no doubt in my mind. I thought they should win the division. I think it was a downfall. I never picked the White Sox to win the World Series just because I think the talent's out there, but to win the World Series, everything had to put together with the group, put together with the ball club. I always say they got a good talent. My goodness, they have a great talent. I don't think they have a good, hopefully from the mistake and the fail and everything went last year, this year be a better ball club. It's a unit, better ball club on the field, less talk, less argument, and go by the business the way they should be going. And I still believe in this ball club very well because I think they still have talent, but now missing a couple big pieces of the group. You talk about Hendrick and obviously Jose Abreu. Everybody got to step it up a notch and do what they're supposed to do day in and day out.
How big of an impact do you think their absence will be for this team?
Well, I don't know. We had to see, and because last year we were so excited about this ball club, nowadays we have to say, hey, wait a minute. Just sit back and relax and see what's going to happen because everything last year was so magnified. Like, wow, look at this ball club. Yes, it's a lot of talent, but I think this year everything in spring training looked good. Like everybody spring trainings, going to see anybody spring training say anything negative about the ball club, even. They got good or bad ball club. They just like, hey, everybody's in the big league. Everybody has talent. The club is playing better. That's the one they want to go to win. It's a place, a team. I think right now, I love what I hear from the manager, Pedro Grifol. I think the coaching staff is very into it. Hopefully the guys go out there and perform the way they should be performed.
How did you feel about that hire? Because I know you were also in the running for the White Sox managerial position. How did you feel when Grifol was hired and you were told not so much?
Well, obviously, I got blood go through my brains. I was a little disappointed. I was a little upset. In my thing to my family only last couple hours. I feel great because I'm not going to feel great, but I think I know I never met Griffo personal. I think with the people I talk to, uh, baseball people love him. What I hear is been trying this philosophy, what he can do, sound great, and I'm aboard with him. We have to wait and see how the players going to react to in the season. I think he's a great baseball man. He's not down in my mind. He's a great baseball man. I always say, if the front office let this guy do his job, I think it's going to be easier for him, easier for the players. And hopefully that thing happen because it's no doubt in my mind that guy is a great baseball guy with a great philosophy. He know what he was doing, and hopefully the players get into it and go by their business the way they should be, and perform the way they think they can perform. Coaching staff is great. Now, you know what I mean, we're still in February. We can say anything about it. Hopefully in August, September, we're still talking about the White Sox the way I'm talking right now. With a lot of ups because down was very bad. Last year was very bad, very disappointing, very embarrassing, very sad. And hopefully I know this year gonna be better. It's not that I don't think it's gonna be worse than last year. Even missing Hendrick and Jose, I hope it's not worse than it was last year. I don't think it should be worse than last year.
How did you feel about Tim Anderson's comments this past week where he said there was too much criticism, the NBC Sports Chicago crew criticizing the team too much? I know you were a big critic of them, but obviously it was kind of warranted. How did you feel about those comments from Anderson when you heard them?
I'm very sad. Very sad because when you listen to supposed to be the leader of the ball club, worry about what people say about the club, what people say about him, I think I feel embarrassing for him because I don't think he was the right to, especially with Chuck. If this kid say that about me, I take it. Say that about Kaplan, somebody else, I'll take it. But I say that about Chuck Garfire, and Chuck handled him very well because I might handle it a different way. But my name, it was on there, and I just leave it in that way. But listen, Chuck Garfire, when I got the job, I made Chuck Garfire to change. I did. I told Chuck, put the White Sox in the size. You're not a fan anymore. And you are who you are. Our job is not easy. Our job is very hard just because we say everything good about him, even when he's bad, the fans are going to be against us. If we say anything bad about the players are going to be upset. We say anything about front office going to take it the wrong way. Whatever it is, we know we're in the middle in very, very thin line, very thin line. But I always say, the longer you talk a fact, you're not lying, and you talk the way how you feel, it's all good. I feel bad for Chuck. I know Chuck and TA, they're good friends. I hear one of my colleagues talk about how great Chuck and TA was this morning. They were talking, and everything was great. I disagree with him. I do. Because what he did, the unrespect he did for Chuck, is I not buy that. They can buy that. I respect Chuck to take it the right way. He take it the very professional way. But TA make comments with no reason. Last year, told me to shut up, and he say shut up. He say something now, and then reply back. Then when you talk about putting the same, you say everybody put in the same way. We don't get paid by the White Sox. Sorry, we don't. We had to the fans, and we tell ourselves very honestly what we feel about the team. And I always say, if they play good, we want them to play good. We want them to play good because it makes my job easy. I said, we clap, out of boy, good job, good job. The hardest thing for us is criticize the ball club, the one we like, the one we're rooting for. And when we had to say stuff, it's Tony Russa back in days, or somebody else say something I know is not true. Okay, we're not all stupid in this job anymore. You have somebody out there know baseball the same way, better, maybe better than you guys does. My job is communicate the fans. My job is just tell the fans how Ozzie Guillen feel, how it should be. Because I can feel anyway. I can say whatever I want. But I never say in the air something is not a fact, it's not right, it's not true. And like I said earlier, this kid say something about me, about the show, I might take it personal. It's nothing personal against anybody with the White Sox organ. That's our job. If they like it, good. If they don't like it, just play better. That's all it is. And if I say something in the show create problems, I'm available. Because when I say something in the show and you're going to talk to me about what happened in the show, you better bring your lunch. Because I will rip you hard out. Because I'm not going to lie to the fans and I'm not going to lie to the people I face. I'm not going to make stuff up to make me look good in the show. I don't need that. But I will say what it should be, and I will say what it will be, and I will say what I think it should be. And obviously, when you work on TV or when you work on radio or you work in the media side, you have to be careful what you do. I don't because White Sox not paying me, the players not paying me. I get paid to tell the people how it can be, it should be, it will be. And I'm not get paid to make friends. And you know what I mean? Thank God. That's a good thing, but I was very disappointed because TA said something about Chuck. Chuck is the kind of guy love TA. I used to love TA. I like TA. I think he's a great player. But I don't know, from yesterday to right now, I can think it the same way people think about him, because I don't think he's a great human being. No, before that happened, after that happened, today, because Chuck Darfire loved TA, respect TA. I never hear any, since I've been with the White Sox, I never hear anything negative about Chuck say to the White Sox or White Sox organization or White Sox. He just say what we think. And I would say, I would to blame myself to put Chuck in the spot to say, hey, you got to tell the fans the way it should be, not the way you think. Because all of a sudden, White Sox people, I don't know who, think when we say something about the White Sox, we're not allowed to be in the locker room. Players go to hate that people talk about him. You're not allowed to be in the ball anymore. You're not request anymore. PR department thing. And I don't know why that happened, because media, and I say in the air, media very soft in Chicago. Very, very, very soft in the past. Hopefully this year they got some guts and put it together. But they have a job to do. We have a job to do. And the players, you know what? You don't want to be criticized by the media. Just play good. That's all we do. You don't have to win every game. You never will win every game. But you play good every day. No, play hard. Don't play hard. I don't believe in that shit, because play hard, you get paid to play hard. Play good. Play to win. That's all we care. And being in the game for so long, I know when they play to win. I know when they play, or at least when they show me something I can see, I know when they play to win, I'll say, oh, I don't think they're trying.
Let me ask you this. How would you have handled the Tim Anderson situation if you were the manager? If one of your players did something like that to Chuck Garfien, how would you have either disciplined him or talked to him after those public comments?
Nah, it's none of my business. You grow up, man. You take care of yourself. I think when I was with the White Sox, I know media, PR department will take care of that. Like, hey, do this. Kenny going down and say, why you been doing that? Why you saying this? Why you say that? Especially to me, personal. Yes, a lot. Yes, it did. And nowadays, I think they're afraid to the players. I don't know. They might say something to him. I don't know. I hope they did. I used to say I still love TA. I still like him. I do like him. If I don't like him, I will tell right people face, I don't like him. I don't care about him. To me, no, I do like him. I have respect for him. I don't love him. The way I used to be love him. No, I'll be honest, I don't. But no, I think when you're in the big league, you have the right to say anything you want. We're in the country. We can say whatever we want, and that's a bunch of clap. I said that's not. We're in the wrong country to say what we want, because we're going to get in trouble. We're going to go create this moment. Is TA feel that way by Chuck and or show? I respect that. I respect that 1,000%. But be careful what you say and what you do, because you cannot pull the same rope. When you hold shit and you play like shit, we had to tell people, you guys did. You play good. We tell people how good we play. I never say anything about Dylan Z's, anything wrong. I went all over. My favorite player from the White Sox, Joan Moncada. Joe, I say a lot of stuff about Joe. I kill my hero, my mentor, Tony La Russa. Then when this kid make comments like that, I just laugh. I just laugh because he don't know what he's doing. But what he did to, I'd rather him to do it to me than or somebody out NBC Sport than he did it to Chuck Garfire.
Do you think your honesty, Ozzie, hurt you in maybe getting back the White Sox job this offseason? But was that ever brought up, how honest you are on camera, how outspoken you are, and then maybe why you didn't get the job? Was that related?
Wait a minute. What they interview me then? You know what I mean? I respect that. I'm pretty sure they did it. I think they already had the manager when they interview me. That's my opinion. I hope I'm wrong. I hope I'm wrong, big time. But one big mistake, when you interview Ozzie, I don't say I'm better than anybody. I never will be. But I think nobody, I say that, I say nobody know this ball club better than me. And you hire somebody out, I respect that. Bottom of my heart, very honest. And you will see through the years. I say that, I'm very happy they hired Pedro. No problem I have. But listen, man, I learned nothing about this country or about this sport. I'm not going to say about country, but I don't know anything about it. When you're honest in baseball, you go to have height and very low. You're going to have more low than high because people are going to hate your honesty. But when you're honest and you're a fact and you're not lying, that's a different thing. You can be honest, but you're not lying. And you know, make stuff up. I can live with that. My honesty, I think the reason I still have a job is just because of my honesty, not because I'm better than anybody, or I'm better in the game, or better managing this guy, better coaching that guy, I was a better player. No, because I will. That's the reason I have a job, because I will to defend the way it should be, the way I think it should be. And I might make a mistake. I did it twice, a couple times, picking players, say stuff about players, so they prove me wrong. I said it in the air. I was wrong by this kid. I was wrong by that kid. And you know how many times we say how good Tiet went all the way to be a great shortstop, a good shortstop. You know what I mean? And we say what we see. And by the way, the last person, NBC Sports Chicago, Chuck Garfire, Ozzie Guillen, talk about this poker was Tim Anderson. The last one, because we can rip these kids apart. Because I know, and everyone in Chicago, we can do it. Especially, you know, we respect him. We like him. We used to love him. I don't know, they still love each other, but I still like him. Yes. He's a person, he's a player. Yes. It's not out of my mind. But I don't see anything bad about the White Sox don't hire me at all. It's one thing about we might have a problem. If I criticize Pedro Grifol, people say, oh, Ozzie talking about Pedro because he's not the manager.
Right.
But, oh, yeah, that will happen. But I criticize the best manager in the history of the game, Tony La Russa. Do you think I'm going to criticize the guy who just got in the game? Yes. I will put this man in the top. You have to be. I'm 100% behind that guy. I say early this week, I said, if the White Sox front office let this guy do what he should do, and he think what is best for the organization, that guy, Pedro Jorge, have a great career as a manager.
Do you think you'll ever manage again? Are you still interested, past the White Sox, of managing in Major League Baseball again?
I don't know, man. This experience happened to me a few months ago. I don't know. I'm happy with what I'm doing. My grandkids, my kids, my family, the family around me make it easier for me. Just I wake up in the morning and I say, yes, I wish I was managing. Maybe once a week, six days a week. I get up, I take my granddaughter to school, play golf, be around my wife, be around my house. Sometimes I hate to be around my family so much. I wish I was on the game. I miss being on the field, yes. But baseball, they take a lot from you, a lot. That's why I love Tony La Russa after all these years. Hall of Fame, money, rings. What are you doing here? You know what I mean? What you going to tell people what I need to get done? And I say no, I don't want to manage it again. I will lying to you because I don't know, the world is so many spin around, you never know. You all one day you're down, next day you're on the sides, a few months later. But with the experience I have right now, I will interview with any team. It depends who would ask me about baseball. Whoever asks me about baseball, I will sit down and talk about it.
What would it take for you to manage again?
Pardon me?
What would it take for you to manage again? What kind of offer, or what kind of team, or what kind of situation would you be looking for?
Any situation at all. Respect me the way I will respect you. Don't think you know baseball more than me. I don't know. I know what I think. I know more baseball than you. And I know I will be. I know I will know baseball more than whoever interview me. But I just respect each other. Just put each other for the same role, and worry about one thing, not your ego. Because people say I have ego. No, I don't have any ego. I just tell the people what it should do. That's not ego because I know how good I am. If I'm good dancing, I'm not going to tell you I can dance. No, I'm good in baseball. I will let you know how good I am. That's not ego. That's confidence. That's confidence. That's not ego. Some people think, oh, he think he is, he think that, he think that's. No, I went through a lot. I do right now something big in the World Series, talk on TV, second language. I was in national TV doing World Series in Spanish, in English, I'm sorry, then in Spanish. Same thing, I work in the national TV for so long. That's not ego. I say Latino players will have a championship, but they're not going to have the job I have, talking English with somebody else. But what is better? You know what? I don't want to be cocky, but after the experience I had a few months ago, I say, when you call me to talk about it, make sure you put the right people in front of me and ask me about how many years and how much you want. Because baseball size, baseball wise, I'm not going to convince you. And you're not going to convince me. You have your mindset. I got my mindset. If we put my mind with your mind together, that will work. But you think you're better than me because whatever reason it is, because you went to school, I never went, you're wrong. Or I'm going to put my reason, you never wear the uniform. I did and run. That's why I say we have to work together and put in the right spot with the right mentality and put it together to build a good organization. Not a good ball club, a good organization that make you a winning ball club.
Can you tell me about your experience a few months ago? You mentioned it a couple of times. What was that interview process like this time around with the White Sox?
Very weird. Very weird because the people, I respect them. The people who are talking to me, they don't know more baseball than I was. And maybe that's my fault. That was my fault down. I respect them because the way they think, that's reasonable. But be honest with you, and I hope not, and I keep saying I hope not, I think I waste five hours of my life talking with somebody they know I'm not going to be the guy.
How did that make you feel?
All right, fine. I mean, no, not at all. You the ball. You don't have to pick me who I am, what I did. You have to pick the right guy. You the guy think it should be for the organization. I'm fine. I don't need regrets. I no hard feelings. I told to Jerry Rice or every other, maybe once a week, twice a week. No, maybe 30, maybe 20, 10 years ago, 15 years ago, I might feel very weird, I'll be very upset about it. No, I'm good where I am right now.
Ozzie Guillen here on Sports Talk Chicago with Jon Zaghloul. John Meadows directing and producing live on YouTube, Twitch, Facebook, and anywhere you get your podcasts. Ozzie, wanted to talk about the current White Sox season for you. What's your expectations for this team now in 2023?
No, at all. Just go play every day, stay healthy, and go by your business the way it should be. I know I don't think they're going to be better than anybody. I think I hope they learned something for last year. I did. But my expectation for the White Sox, make sure you go out there and play the way you should be played. I know how they win the division or they don't. Sorry, but I can bet, or I can prove myself, say something I will regret in the end of the season like I did last year.
What do you like about this team right now? What at least excites you roster-wise about what they bring to the table?
You know what's funny? You will laugh. Managers and the coaching staff. I think those guys put it together. No, because they speak Spanish. That's a bunch of shit too. No, because the guy, Renteria speaks Spanish, Tony speaks Spanish. I put it down in the size. Not because you speak Spanish, you're going to win. No. Never will, never happen. I hear when people say, oh, they have Cuban players, they don't give a shit about Latino, they don't give a shit, they care about their job. You think Cara going to play better because the guy next to him is Cuban? No, it's not. I'm managing a lot of Venezuelan. I mean, maybe maybe who? Freddy Garcia is the only one guy who sent me. I said a lot of the team now. That put on the side, not because you speak Spanish. If you speak Spanish, make it easier. The communication with the players, maybe. But I think the coaching staff, I like it. I truly like the manager. And if they let those guys do what they're supposed to do, and then not put the nose down, I think this ball club will going to be a lot of different.
What should White Sox fans be expecting this year? I know there are these high expectations. You don't need to say anything about expectations, but a lot of fans are anxious. They're worried about this team. What's your message to them, at least, for this season?
I know, Heidi. Wow. Just be patient like you always do. Don't fool yourself because whatever you hear or whatever you read, don't expect Moncada go there play the same way. Moncada, that's the way it is. No, don't expect because that's a funny thing about it. Jolito lose weight, Ling lose weight, Jimenez lose weight. Who else lose weight? It's like a beauty pageant. It's not a beauty pageant. This is baseball. And not because they lose weight, they're going to perform better than what they did last year. I don't think so. Hopefully they stay healthy because 90, maybe 60% of the ball club, they're good friends. I like him. I have respect for. I want them to do good. I do because I know how hard it is to play baseball. I root for every player. And I root for every player, every coach, everybody wear that uniform. I do rooting for them. But I'm not going to say something I will regret last time, like, oh my God, I did it last year. I said, look at this, look at this, look at this. Down. And I learned that from there. And I think they're doing a good job right now to keep everything quiet. We are another ball club in baseball. Last year, they're like, it's a World Series or nothing. World Series a fail. World Series a deal. There's some wolf. And I think they handle it very well. Like, hey, listen, just take it one day at a time. Playing well, play as a unit, and see what happens with their results.
Ozzie Guillen still here on Sports Talk Chicago. Ozzie, a few more questions for you before we finish up. First off, wanted to ask you about the Guillen Grid, your new YouTube channel with your two sons. How'd that start and how's it been going?
Awesome. Awesome. We've been doing this for a little while. I think you're going to hear three different opinions. Fun, critical, and I think it has been great. We do it for fun. We do it to stay in baseball. Some people love it. Few people hate him. Whoever hating just because they can hear the truth. And I think I hear a lot of podcasts. A lot of people talking. We just don't talk about baseball. We talk about life. We talk about kids. We talk about what you ate yesterday. What you think about this player? Who's better player there? Who is the best player right now? Who's better between that guy and this guy? What you think about it? It's a fun, really fun show. If I was a baseball fan and will listen it because you're going to learn a lot of stuff, even inside our group, inside our house, our family. You know, a couple of days ago, I said, I hate my father. And people were like, my uncle go, what? I mean, it just, I think it's just, it's not just baseball news. It's a baseball refresh. Baseball about what we think about baseball, each one. We never disagree. We disagree a lot. You know what I mean? Between each other, we disagree a lot. And I think it's a good show to be, at least to be aware they are there. Not because I am there. I think my kids know baseball more than I do outside the game because those guys know everything about everybody. I don't. Sometimes we're going to talk about subject. They send me a note. Hey, we're going to talk about this subject. Okay. Then I got to go there and say, okay, who is this guy? What this guy does. Who the hell is that? All of a sudden they open the stuff. It's fun, man. I like it. Most of the time we lead the show very pissed about somebody. It's a lot of stress between each other because we're not going to respect each other. We are respect that. If we don't agree with somebody, we will let you right in your face, even you like it or not, and we tell you why. And it's fun. I think it's you know what I mean. It's to me it's fun, refresh, and know everything about the game right now.
How nice is it too to host with both your sons? That must be really rewarding for you.
Crazy. Crazy. I never thought somebody's going to know more baseball than me, at least of the field stuff. And when I listen to Junior and I listen to Oni, two stupid guys talk about baseball. And when I listen to them, I say, man, those guys, I raised these kids and they grow up, know the game more than I have. Even they never had the experience I have. Even they have to respect my experience because they never been there. But the question Ozzie and Oni asked me, it's not like how you feel to win the 2005 World Series. Now they're like, what's the worst thing ever happened to you? My mom, was mad at me. It's just so many great things behind the scene. It's not like what you feel about lifting the trophy. And I say like before the trophy, what you were thinking going there. You were drunk that day. Remember you was passed out and you wake up, you go to the ballpark and you go to the, to the parade. It's just stuff like that. Like I remember, want to go to Illinois when the president, the governor is. I don't want to go there. I have to go with Kenny and Jerry. How they playing right, going there with those guys. How you feel about these people? Springfield, Illinois, and when we talk about it, they laugh because I'm not the type of guy. I hate it. I say what I have to say. I can't wait to get out of there and go to my country, go to the beach and drink scotch with coconut water. And they love that because I cannot lie to the fans when they're around because they say, oh, no, you're lying. This is what it was. And you have to be aware every single question. Is I pick my best. Who is the best shortstop you ever see? I pick a guy play in Venezuela, nobody see him play, and they start putting numbers and shit. Like, how this guy never played even double-A, you say the best shortstop. And now we start arguing, talk about it. And that's why the show is very unique.
Well, Ozzie, before we finish up today, I have two questions for you, and these might be harder questions. So I'm going to see if you can give me an answer here. And if you don't want to, it's okay. But I know you're pretty honest. You're pretty forthright.
Listen,
so I want to ask you this. Who was your
the
favorite
hardest
player to
question I
manage?
ever had.
And then who was your least favorite player to manage? Who did you not like to manage in Major League Baseball?
Right now?
When you were manager?
Oh, my God. I got lucky. I like the players because they went through the rules. When I was at White Sox, I don't know. That's hard because you know what? You know what? Who know I like to manage it? Not because he was a bad guy. PK. Poco Nerco, because that guy is a very quiet, a great leader, awesome ball player. But I don't think my English was good enough for him. He's a very quiet man and very outspoken. And I talked to PK, said, "What's up?" I say hi to PK every day just to piss him off. And I don't think it's the worst guy to manage, the hardest one to do it because I was too stupid with him. Like I know, say, "Hey man, I come here to do my job. You managing, I play, and we're good friends. We're still good friends." By the way, last summer I spent with PK. I was doing the show with the ballpark, and PK was on the field. I talked to PK more last summer than I speak up with him for 9 years.
Wow.
You know, I say hi every day and stuff, but PK was a different kid. I don't want any shit. I go by my business. I love you. I know you love me, but that's it. You know what I mean? It was hard for me to know what's bad. No, at all. I love it. But it was hard for me. I would speak with PK's dad and his brother more. I speak with him through the year because that's the way it was.
Wow. That's something I never knew, and that's really interesting information. And Ozzie, I just want to say thank you so much for coming on. True pleasure. I hope we can do it again soon. Best wishes this year in White Sox coverage, and of course with the Guillen Grid. Great program. Everybody should make sure to check it out. Ozzie, thank you.
Thank you, Howard. And you know what? The Grid is more fun than the White Sox here. Like I say, man, no matter what we say, no matter what we do, some people gonna like it, some people don't. I don't care. I don't get paid by them. Something you gotta get out of myself, like always be. It's a fan, it's a family. Be honest, and I try to be the honest, and I never go to lie to like somebody or lying to like, okay, I'm lying, but this guy good with me. I'd rather you hate me when I know I can sleep at night and be happy with it.
Thank you so much, Ozzie. I really appreciate it.
All right, bye. Take care. Thank you. Thank you.